Governor Charlie Baker advising Massachusetts residents to stay inside during this nor'easter. Drivers were experiencing whiteout conditions at times in Worcester County. Our Jandrow has more from West Boylston Street.
Good evening, Brittany. I'm here on West Boylston Street in Worcester. Usually pretty busy this time of day, but not so much right now. Conditions on the road still remain slick and dangerous, but the snow has let up and the wind is not nearly as bad as it was over the course of the day. The Department of Public Works has several hundred pieces of equipment battling this storm, and earlier today I caught up with Commissioner Paul Musi. Another nor'easter has streets in Worcester covered in snow and dozens of plows working to clear them.
Conditions are somewhat slippery earlier in the storm. The snow was wet and heavy, even though it really wasn't forecast to be that way. So it's got that slipperiness underneath.
DPW Commissioner Paul Musi says crews began sanding and salting at 3 a.m. Tuesday. He expects they'll be working most of the night. But Musi doesn't think his department is facing as many problems as they did in last week's nor'easter.
Right now, it looks like it's getting a little drier. That was really heavy, wet snow. This started out that way, but it's kind of transitioned into something a little bit lighter, so it'll actually be easier to plow.
Worcester has more than 370 pieces of equipment on the roads, and while traffic was light, some people had to be on the roads Tuesday and say conditions were difficult.
The roads are rough. They're getting worse, though, in that short amount of time. But the plow guys out there on the roads are doing the best they can.
Just go slow. I think going slow is important. That's it. If you're not going 50 miles an hour, stay around 10, 20, you'll be all right.
The city has 530 miles of streets to clear throughout the course of the storm. Musi says the public can help by staying off the streets.
At times, visibility is very bad, so that alone is dangerous. So I wouldn't really recommend driving, at least until all this heavy snow goes by.
Now, Commissioner Musi said the winter parking ban is in full effect until further notice. He also said last storm, the city had to tow nearly 450 cars, and he's asking people to stay off the roads and off the sidewalks so they don't have to do that this time around. Brittany, back to you.
Thanks, Cam. Stay dry out there.